Change has come. It's at the door. Everything that was true isn't true anymore. In our hands is a broken crown, and the wars that we lose mean freedom now. Every ending is a chance, a chance, a chance. Every ending is a chance, a chance, a chance. Every ending is a chance to begin again. Every ending is a chance to begin again. Let's dance into battle, start a revolution, turn the heartbreak into evolution. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, from the ashes. Every ending is a chance, a chance, a chance. Every ending is a chance, a chance, a chance. Every ending is a chance to begin again. Every ending is a chance to begin again. Keep marching on. 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 Every ending is a chance, a chance, a chance. Every ending is a chance, a chance, a chance. Every ending is a chance to begin again. Every ending is a chance to begin again. Every ending is a chance. Every ending is a chance to begin again.
The plan for living life, playing the game of life. Rules to the game of life. You will receive a body. You will learn lessons. There are no mistakes, only lessons. A lesson will be repeated until it is learned. Learning lessons does not end. There is no better than here. Others are merely mirrors of you. What you make of your life is up to you. Life is exactly what you think it is. Your answers lie inside you. You will forget all of this. You can remember it whenever you want. Mastering ourselves, being our best selves. My power, my control. Mind, body, soul, which is thoughts, wills, the things you say, and emotions. Principles: learn, grow, teach, help. Foundation: love, health, wealth, happiness. Rules: respectful, safe, responsible. Being a champion, one day at a time. Having accountability, accept responsibility for actions and performance. Culture, living our values, mastering ourselves, body, mind, soul. Excellence, being our best selves by efficiency and productivity. Leveling up in life, showing up for yourself, focus on yourself, core values, decisions, goals, and behavior. Live by, no excuses, take ownership, empower yourself to do better and be more for you. Many are here to help us be the best version of ourselves through learning and development. 2, I'm willing to do the work and you are willing to do the work. The first step to empowering you is creating a structure that helps you eliminate excuses through clarity of responsibility and process. Being a champion to create winning is by having a desire to be the best version of yourself and empowering you to do so daily. Having a better world that is a champion world is that it takes all of us. Everything is energy, vibration, and frequency, which is inside of us all and all around us. What is your energy? Low vibration or high vibration? Low vibration. Empathy, victim, helplessness, blame, negative self-talk, worry, hatred, anger, fear. High vibration. Hopefulness, courage, acceptance, happiness, self-love, gratitude, positive self-talk, trust, knowledge, abundance, forgiveness, unconditional love. Mastering ourselves. Lust, intense desire or craving, greed, excessive selfish desire. Gluttony, excessive consumption. Pride, excessive self-importance. Sloth, laziness, empathy. Envy, desiring what someone else has. Wrath, extreme anger. The unseen laws, spiritual laws you must respect. Core unseen laws. Law of reciprocity, which what you send out, energy, thoughts, actions, returns amplified. Law of authority. Spirits only respect those who know who they are. If you're confused, they dominate. Law of resonance. You attract what matches your vibration. Purity equals clear outcomes. Law of timing. Some doors open only in divine timing. Forcing it equals punishment or delay. Law of spiritual debt. Every lie, scam, or shortcut leaves a karmic invoice until it's paid by pain or repentance. It blocks flow. Law of access. Sharing sacred things with unworthy people gives dark forces access to you. Guard your spiritual intimacy. Law of sacred exchange. Don't ask for something from spirit world without giving something. Prayers, food, fire, service, truth. Law of hidden eyes. Even when no one is watching, you are seen. All thoughts and deeds echo in the spirit realms. Everyone will get exactly what they choose. 3D earth. Fear, division, anger, control, hate, AI. 5D earth. Love, unity, peace, freedom, healing, consciousness. This is the great awakening. Some bridges are beautiful when they burn. There's a calmness that takes over when you can't go back, when you've changed, when you've decided, when you've left behind a version of you that is no longer you. The end of everything is the start of anything. Welcome, I'm Alisha Quinn, and today we are going to be talking about ascended masters. I am here letting go of the government ruling over myself. I have let go of religion. I am on my highest timeline, being my highest self, working on ascending myself. And so, it was very interesting going on this awakening journey and waking up to all the stuff in the world that is really just a bunch of nonsense and delusions, really. It is a delusion. It's all our shadows, right? And so it's very interesting going down that road and, really trying to figure out, like what's going on? What's the point of all this? And on, right? And when you get to this point of, ascension, which was coming up, ascension, and we're ascending, we're going to the 5D and all these things like, well, what is that, right? So I really have gotten led to the ascended masters by which Jesus Christ, Yeshua, was a ascended master. He was transcending those energies within, right? Not living in fear. And you could see that from him when, like he knew, and that's another thing is really being tapped into the spirit and kind of having that understanding of things playing out. And, it really is shown there that when they went to get him, like he knew they were coming for him, right? That's because he was tapped into that divine connection and, having, not being afraid of it. Like he wasn't afraid of it. So, all the things, it's about transcending those energies. The kingdom of God is within, coming out of those energies. Um, he was able to manifest things very powerfully, which you see it when he they had like one piece of fish and bread or whatever, and then all of a sudden they had enough for a bunch of people, a whole group, 4,000, 5,000, something like that. I think it happened a couple times. There's a couple stories, but it just shows that. And we have the same powers within us. We are all gods. We are the gods. We are the ones to create our own realities, our own experiences. And so, ascended masters, which I take as ones that have ascended, who have done that and come back for another experience, right? Who have already done it. They come back, they descend, to go and show people how to ascend. And that's really, to me, what I have found. But we all have the ability to ascend. It's nothing that a particular person can do. We all have it within us. And there are many here today that are working on ascension. We end up having this, 144, right? That comes up is in the book of Revelation and things. Those I do believe are the ones that come here to and are showing the way because the earth is ascending to the 5D. We are ascending to the 5D, and it's just being tapped into the spirit of things. We take ownership of our own lives, ourselves, and our reality. Mastering ourselves, mastering the flesh, right? That's why, say, like Jesus, and, I know there's others besides Jesus for sure. But Jesus is the one that, has been entrenched with the Christian church and things like that. And it was one that, I've really seen that more than anything. So, he, they want to say he was sinless, but truly it was that he had mastered his flesh from the lust, right? And all these things. We have the power to do it ourselves. We have the power to tap into our subconscious mind, the negative, low brain, low vibrational, negative programming, and reprogramming ourselves. We have the power to do it, to be consciously aware of our thoughts and our emotions, and transmuting those energies. So, ascended masters for me really is people who have shown those ways, who pave a way for others to be able to do the same things. And, many of them, including Buddha, have just been used to idolize, really. They really have. That, they're put on this pedestal, the Son of God. We're all sons and daughters of God. We all have the divine spirit within us. And so we all are capable of doing such things. And so we're going to go ahead and take a look at a couple of videos.
Most of you don't even realize that the reason that you're always intuitively in tune to the energies around you is because you are an ascended master who is remembering who they are. Ascended masters have unique soul contracts which govern their mission each time they reincarnate back on this planet. And the reason why you always have an intuitive connection to the energies around you and are able to just know things is because your mind is connected to the Akashic records. You've had an intuitive knowing to the spiritual journey as a child, so you've always been inclined to remain spiritually aware about everything around you. Your mind and body received heavy energetic upgrades before you were able to fully understand the processes that were taking place on a spiritual level. And this is the reason why you always felt everything around you on a deep, interconnected level. You have to understand that as an ascended master, your job is to utilize the wisdom that you have from the Akashic records to awaken the energies of the people around you.
Well, I thought that he shared some good information about, having that intuition and truly being connected, and you truly do end up knowing things about people. It is truly amazing. And when you have that, intuitive wisdom and knowledge within you that you're tapped into, it is truly amazing how you find out things. And sometimes it just, the spirit puts it on you, And so, but, everyone has it within them to do it. They just have to tap into it. They have to go within to do it. And so we're going to go ahead and take a look at another video. that just showed a pillar for, different levels for sure. And, truly when, we come back to, taking our power back away from things, and mastering ourselves, right? Seeing our own shit, really, our own crap that we have to deal with. And then, coming to a point that, we can help others with their crap, right? And then, because everything ends up being this, reflection and things. And as we help others, you know, I do see that, everything is perfect, right? But, that's how, playing the game of it, that everyone does play their part because they are a reflection of you and will show you what it is that you need to work on within you, your thoughts, your emotions. And, sometimes these programmings, these things have been in the family lines for generations, and it is for you to, break those things, break those cycles, break those curses even. So let's go ahead and take a look at one more video.
Every single one of you that are on Earth now in some way, shape, or form chose to be on Earth now because you knew that you would be going through a transition and a transformation at this time in your planet's history, and on some level, in some way, you wanted to participate. You wanted to be a part of that because it's a very exciting place to be right now. As you say in your language, it's where it's happening. It is one of the most highly focused places right now that we are aware of in creation for the idea of transition and transformation. It is one of the few places that has gone as deeply into the dark as you have, that we are aware of. And thus then, when a planet, when a civilization, when a collective consciousness can allow itself to experience such a great degree of darkness and yet still find its way to the light, that is special. That is powerful. And believe me, you attract the attention of many other beings from many other dimensions to see how you did it, how you're doing it, because that's exciting, because that's creation in the making. That's raw creation, going from absolute dark to absolute light. That's creation in a nutshell. So thank you for your strength, for your commitment, for your willingness to go through this transition. It's a powerful thing to have done, and it shows you, just by being where you are, it shows you how powerful you actually are. So never lose sight of that. To be where you are on Earth at this time means you are powerful beings who knew what you were doing when you chose this reality, and even though you have forgotten that you knew what you were doing, you still know what you're doing. The fact that you chose to experience a reality with so many others where you are in fact learning to transform great limitation to freedom, great darkness into light, means you are strong enough to do so. Remember, your Earth is not a kindergarten. It's a master class of transformation. You are all master beings. It's just now that you're going through the process of remembering that. So the more you allow yourself to remember that, the more you allow yourself to know that that's true, then because knowing and action are synonymous, the more you know that's true, the more you will behave as if that's true. The more you behave as if that's true, the more reflections you will see from the higher mind that that is the reality that is true for you, and that's the experience you will have that you call your physical life. Ecstatic, never-ending series of explosive, ecstatic synchronicities. That's how it works, if you wish it to.
Well, that had some really good information, our transition from the 3D Earth to the 5D Earth, and that we all chose this journey. We all chose to be here at this time. And this world has gone into a lot of darkness. And, that darkness is division and control and fear and being victimized by life, right? And guilt and shame, those are the darkness, and really when you look at it, being so afraid of, people around us and things, and not trusting life, not trusting people. And, those are really the dark energies. And so, division, right? Going from division to unity, that's going to the 5D, having that peace and love and trust, trusting life, trusting the process of things. And so, we know what we're doing. We truly do. When you truly open your eyes up and you come to know what you are doing. And is everyone ascending? No. But everyone chose to be here at this particular time to play their part in some way, because we need those people. We need those people to reflect back to us, when we abandon ourselves, right? To try to, people please and make others happy. We got to see that. So we need those people to come in, we need, to have those people come in. And so we can say, you know what? I'm going to choose myself. And, people who are, living in fear and things, we got to have those reflections. We need to see those fears, right? So that we can deal with our own fears and say, wow, I'm kind of done living this way, afraid to just, live in my house and, feel safe in it, And so, once we come to learn that energy, then we can be like, hey, you know what? I'm safe, everything, no one's going to hurt me because it's all energy. And so, we have to have those people, and, some of them will never come out. We have to, let them go, forgive them, for they know not what they are doing, truly. But we're here, for this ascension, and it is happening. It's, a split that's happening, and, we're going down, a different road, and we will continue to learn as we grow, and we learn from each other. When you got someone who's up here and you're here, guess what? You can learn from them to get there. There's books, there's all kinds of stuff that we have TikTok and on and on. So information is out there, and we just keep on learning and keep on remembering it, even, because what's within us will end up coming out. And once you come to that process that, hey, this out here is just giving me feedback of what's in here. Okay. So is this something that I need to work on? Is this something I need to learn? And so, we came here, we forgot, we're here to remember, and Earth is a master school, and we are master beings working on mastering ourselves, ascending those energies all within us, coming out of the fear into the light, right? No more fear, no more, seeing the abundance of life, seeing how everything works out in my favor instead of, the other stuff, being victimized by it and stuff. And so those are really hard games to play, but we're here to master ourselves and to ascend, truly. And so we're going to ask a few questions here. Who are the 11 ascended masters? Jesus, Confucius, Gautama Buddha, Mary, the mother of Jesus, Saint Paul of Tarsus, Ashtar, Sharan, Sanat, Kamara, Melchizedek, Archangel Michael, Metatron, Kawanyan, Saint Germain, and Kuthami. If I messed up on any of those words, I'm human, and so, playing this human part. So just let it go. You can look it up yourself. And what powers do ascended masters have? Precognition, postcognition, telepathy, telekinesis, astral projection, dream walking, and more. How to recognize an ascended master? If you go by the name, means they have already ascended, meaning they have transcended anything a human mind can fathom. What does transcend mean? Rise above, go beyond, or exceed the normal limits, boundaries, or expectations of something, whether physical, mental, or emotional. Conclusion, mastering ourselves, mastering the flesh, ascending, right? So, learning the lesson such as lust, right? And mastering those fleshly desires, right? Greed, and it just goes on, right? There's all kinds of things that we have to master. That's one of the things, anything the mind can fathom, right? And so getting, mastering the mind, over our thoughts even, right? That, the mind, which is like the ego, well, it just gives you all these negative things that, life's against you, things are against you, people are against you. But when you come to master it, that everything is for me, everything works out for my highest good, and taking those thoughts and transmuting those thoughts, even that, hey, you know what, like everything is for me. And so, the body, health, even, the things that we eat, sometimes the things that we say even, and everything is a vibration, everything. And truly like learning about that, the judgments, right? People want to be judgmental about, say like people that drink or even do drugs, right? But then you look at it and they're drinking coffee, right? Well, coffee's low vibrational too. And so you got to look at some of those things. What about eating meat? Meat's low vibrational. And so, I do believe that we can get to a point as we master ourselves, master our minds, master our bodies even, and that consumption of things, that I do believe that we used to be herbivores, right? Now I ain't there. I can tell you that. But, I got time. Going as far as I can go on this journey. And so, truly, coming to that point of, letting go of those low vibrational things and not being judgmental about it, that, hey, you know what? If you are eating meat still, that's just where you are at on your spiritual journey. And, but the thing is that you'll come back into the physical realm where, we're ascending to where more things are going to open up to us. More possibilities open up to us. And it's very interesting because I just recently even heard this thing about quantum immortality, where even if you have like a near-death experience, like you don't die, which is very interesting when you look at Jesus, who was crucified and he died or whatever, and then he rose and, which can be all symbolic and stuff as well. But, that he ascended and he lived on, right? And there's things that he did live on this earth even after that. But anyhow, with the quantum immortality means that like your timeline on a certain timeline ended even, and you have like this near death experience, but you don't really experience that death. Now, people who are remaining on that timeline, they may experience that you did die, but you don't experience it and you go to a different timeline, because we end up where we have many timelines, right? And looking at my own life even is very interesting to see that I changed. There's a process of that change, and that those people that I was involved with, they end up no longer being involved in my life because I went down a different path, right? So it's very interesting to truly think of that you don't really die, you go to the next stage, the next level of things. And so, as we ascend and level up, that it does open up more possibilities of things. And, coming to have, telekinesis and telepathy, but, inner wisdom, inner knowledge. It is truly amazing to just have like this psychic type abilities, which is really, to me, being connected with your soul, with the divine, and having a thought of something, and then it plays out that way. It is really amazing to see that, having, just, these spiritual gifts open up to us, And so things are changing, and they will continue to change, for the eyes to see and the ears to hear. And some, will be just, stuck in that darkness, stuck in the blindness of it. And they're meant to. They are, we can't make anyone wake up. Everyone plays their part for us. Truly. They truly do. Sometimes, it's about you taking your power back, you being bold and speaking your truth about something like, hey, you know what? I've lived past lives. I know I've lived previous lives. I know that reincarnation is real. Now, they don't have to believe it. They don't have to agree with you. They're just limited. And that's just the role that they're here to play. And so I do truly believe that, one of the best things that people can do, whether they're going to ascend or not, is let go of the baggage, let go of all the nonsense. So you're not going into another life holding on to all that stuff, experiencing it again. And, that's one of the problems that I have seen go in this world, is that, the people are holding on to all these things, all this baggage, all the things all the trauma that's been done to them. And then they're going into another life, experiencing a whole bunch of BS again, because that energy does not die. And so it has to be transmuted. they have to end up forgiving it. And, you know, I know people who have passed away with some stuff, and, you know, it's like, I'm glad that I woke up, and maybe they played their part for me to wake up to a few things for me to work on and to change for sure, you know, work on that mastery of myself. So, you know, we are no longer idolizing people, places, or things outside of us. We run this game. We have the power over our own realities, and we are here for a new beginning. We are here to create unity and peace, and letting go of all those things we felt needed to roll over us. And we are the manifestors of this world. We have the power to master ourselves, our body, our mind, our souls. And so taking that ownership. And so everybody can do it, and letting go is an art to form as you raise up your frequency and your vibration and ascend, and coming to that what's meant for me will find me. You know, if it's meant to return, it will come back, because, you know, that's true forgiveness, truly. That, hey, you know what? You just played your part for me to learn and grow. And I had to have that lesson. And if they learn their lessons and rise up, you know, that what is meant for me will come back to me. So I'm truly grateful for this journey and for waking up to myself, to really come to face myself and to work on mastering myself, really remembering that's truly what it is. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for anyone who is, you know, listening, learning and growing, remembering, healing, you know, from it all as well. The, you know, story that we have been creating in this world. And so if you want any help with healing, taking back your power, or anything like that, you want that help, you can reach out to me for that. My links and email are in the bio. Enjoy your day, enjoy your life, because it's truly yours. It's yours to enjoy. It's yours to live the way that you want to live. And I don't mean that, you know, doing all the worldly kind of things, but you know, when you find that inner peace, inner happiness, you know, sometimes just looking at the nature of things is very enjoyable, simplifying life again. And that's the truth. So we're going to close out with this song, Live Like Legends, because we are living like legends, flipping the script, writing a new story, and going down a new way. Love you.
Most people don't realize this, but we're not all living in the same reality. We're all walking this earth, but we're living in different dimensions. When you're in the lower dimensions, you believe in a God outside of you. You say things like, "Thank you, Jesus," and "Thank you, God up there." And that's okay, because that's the level you're at. It's part of the journey. But when you go through a Kundalini awakening, when your spirit truly begins to rise, something shifts. You don't just believe in Christ, you become aware of the Christ within you. You stop thanking something outside of you, and you begin to awaken to the power that was always inside you. Christ consciousness isn't about religion. It's a frequency, a higher awareness. It's when you realize God lives in you. You see, people argue because they live in different dimensions, and they don't understand each other. Some still live in the 3D where everything is fear, control, separation. You're over here trying to speak light, truth, oneness, and they look at you like you're crazy. That's because you're not speaking the same language of consciousness. When you awaken, you rise. You begin to see the world through God's eyes, not man's. And that's why we say not everyone will get you. Not everyone is supposed to, because not everyone has risen yet. But your job is not to prove it, your job is to live it. Let your vibration speak louder than your voice. Thank you for following us at Awakening the Empaths, where truth is spoken without fear.
When it rains, it pours. There will be blood in the water, cold to the core. They pass hard on our shoulders. This is our time, no turning back. We could live like legends. This is our time, no turning back. We could live like legends. Live like legends. We could live like legends. This is our time, no turning back. We could live like legends. This is our time, no turning back. We could live like legends. Live like legends. We could live like legends. They pass hard on our shoulders, but legends never die.
You ain't got a chance. Trying to go to war with the champ. Trying to go back, but you can't. Now it's only one king, I'm the man. Anybody wanna step to the plate? Better go and get one thing straight. I don't freeze and I won't hesitate. Matter of fact, y'all been running in place, can't run from your fate. Who's gonna stop me? 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 Yeah, who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? So electrical, charged up, shocking every second like a billion volts. Now we hyperactive, you don't want no static. I was born for battle, finger on the pulse. Y'all paper plastic while I go Jurassic. So far from average, running with the raptors like a slay Goliath, steady moving silence. So in other words, I am the boss. Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? I'm the boss. Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? Yeah, who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? I just look at the world, such a sight to behold. Most of the stories will never get told. Been on my own for so long, I don't know what else to do, pray I don't lose my soul. Walking through fire till I'm numb to the coals. Coming for everything, diamonds and gold. Nothing to lose, all in my control. And I'm about to go savage, so don't say I won't. And I'm destined for greatness. Ain't no fabrication, ain't no time for waiting. Super fundamental, I can see them hating. Ain't a scrimmage, steady winning. I ain't quitting from the start to finish. Been in motion, this is physics. Never slowing, never getting winded. I ain't quitting from the start to finish. And I gotta wonder, really fine slipping in. Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me?